She texted, "I can't date an unemployed loser," and dumped me the day I was laid off. She didn't know I had a $200,000 severance package and a better job lined up. 6 weeks later, she saw my new car and texted, "I believe in second chances." My reply destroyed her. I'm writing this on a throwaway because my friends know my main, and honestly this whole thing still feels unreal. My name's Evan, I'm 33, and I swear if someone told me a year ago that my breakup would end with courtroom, a protection order, and my ex haunting parking lots like a gaslighting cryptid, I would have laughed. But here we are. It all started on a Thursday at 10 a.m. I got the classic, "Can you come to the conference room?" message from our director of operations. If you've ever worked corporate, you know exactly what that means. I walked in, saw HR already seated, and felt my stomach drop to the floor. 8 years with that company, and it was over in about 5 sentences. Restructuring. Budget cuts. Today's your last day. You know the script. But here's the funny twist. I wasn't panicking. I'd seen this coming for months. Our department was bleeding contracts. My supervisor bailed 2 months earlier, and I'd been quietly interviewing. I actually already had a verbal offer for a senior role at a competitor. More pay, better hours, actual respect. And then came the severance. They gave me an insane package, 16 weeks of pay and used PTO, and 6 months of COBRA coverage. After taxes, it came out to just over $200,000. I walked out that building with a cardboard box of sad desk plants and a smile I probably shouldn't have had. I called my girlfriend Danielle, 29. We've been together a year and a half, talking about moving in soon, maybe even engagement not too far down the line. "Hey," I said, "you free? I need to talk." She was at lunch with her sister. Sounded distracted. "What's up?" "I got laid off this morning." Silence. Not the soft kind. The sharp, judgmental kind. "Are you being serious right now?" she said. "Yeah, but I've got savings and, Evan, I can't do this." Her voice shifted to ice. "Can't do what?" "Be with someone who doesn't have their life together. I need stability. A partner who can provide. I don't want to be with someone restarting their life at 33. Restarting? I literally had a better job lined up. But she didn't let me say it. "I'm breaking up with you," she said. "I'm sorry, but I can't waste any more time on someone who might not work out." I wasn't even angry, just deflated. She hung up before I could respond, and I just sat in the parking garage staring at the steering wheel like it had personally offended me. I went home, cracked open a beer, and checked my email. The official offer letter for the new job had arrived while she was dumping me. 40% salary increase. Better benefits. Start date in 6 weeks. The universe really said, "Here, have some irony." Over the next few days, I made a plan. I paid off my car, paid off my credit cards, put money into a high-yield account, invested the rest with my buddy Tyler's help. He's in finance and loves making spreadsheets the same way some people love puppies. I actually spent the next few weeks decompressing. I didn't realize how burnout I was until my second week of unemployment, when I woke up at 11 a.m. guilt-free for the first time in years. And then the text from her friend started. Her best friend, Megan. "Just checking on you. Heard what happened. That was harsh." Her cousin, Danny, freaks out about money. Her dad left when she was young. She's intense about security. Translation. She's telling everyone she dumped you because you're broke and unstable and needed to save herself from your financial disaster. Cute. I stayed quiet. Let her run her narrative. 6 weeks later, on a Saturday morning, I bought a car I'd always wanted. A certified pre-owned Mustang GT. Midnight blue. A ridiculous engine. A completely irresponsible grin every time I turned the key. I stopped at a coffee shop near my old apartment. And there she was, Danielle, with her sister. She saw the car before she saw me. Her eyebrows shot so high they practically left her forehead. I walked inside, ordered my drink, came back out, and she said, "Nice car." "Thanks," I said, ready to leave. "Wait, can we talk?" I turned. "Make it quick." She stood, adjusted her hair, even though the breeze wasn't even blowing. "So, Severance was good? Yeah, I said. Used it smart. That's great. Really great. And what are you doing now? Still looking. Start my new job Monday. I said, senior director role. Her mouth hung open. She looked like someone unplugged her brain mid-thought. Wow. That's wow. Then came the line. The legendary, delusional, Oscar-worthy line. I've been thinking about you, Evan. About us. I made a mistake. I believe in second chances. Maybe we could get coffee this week. I said, no. Her jaw twitched. What? No. I don't date people who think love comes with conditions. Her face went red. Are you serious? Dead serious. You left when things got hard. That tells me everything. I walked away, got in my new car, and didn't look back. At least not until the rearview mirror showed her standing there like she'd just watched her entire life plan burst into flames. I thought that was the end of it. Oh, I was adorable. Over the next 2 weeks, she spiraled. Texts, calls, emotional essays, guilt trips, accusations. Then she escalated to showing up where I was. My lunch spots, my gym, my apartment parking lot. First time? Ignored. Second time? Photos and timestamps. Third time? Non-emergency police line. An officer came, talked to her, came back to me and said, she claims she's visiting a friend. She didn't have a friend in my building. But of course, they couldn't do much. The real blow-up happened at my new job. HR called me in. My stomach dropped. Deja vu. But this time, the HR manager looked apologetic. We received a harassment complaint. Someone claiming to be your ex says you've been stalking her. I actually laughed. I showed everything. The messages, the calls, the repeated appearances, the coffee shop, the bar, the apartment lot, the HR manager side. This is clearly not harassment on your part. I'll document everything and close the complaint. Then she asked, do you want this in writing? Absolutely. The next week, Danielle showed up at my workplace, walked right into the lobby, told security she was my girlfriend, and wanted to surprise me with lunch. Security called me. I told them the truth. I did not want to see her. She texted from a new number 10 minutes later. Really? You had security turn me away? Evan, you're being cruel. I forwarded that to HR. They sent her a formal cease contact letter. Things only escalated. She showed up at my apartment during poker night with my friends. She knocked for 10 minutes straight, saying, I know you're in there. I can't hear you. My friend sat frozen like we were in Jurassic Park, and she was a T-Rex. Eventually, I cracked the door, but kept the chain on. Told her to leave. She tried to guilt-trip me in front of everyone. I told her the truth in front of everyone. You dumped me because I lost my job. Silence. One of my friends whispered, Dude, what the hell? That night, my lawyer friend pulled me aside. File for protection order. This is escalating. I hesitated. I didn't want to nuke her life, but she kept pushing. The last straw was when she tracked down where I took my car for service and waited there. I went straight to a lawyer. Filed. Court date set. Hearing day came. She arrived with her mom and a lawyer who looked like he printed his law degree on Canva. Judge was a no-nonsense woman who had absolutely zero patience for theatrics. Danielle's lawyer tried to spin it as emotional miscommunication. The judge looked at me. Your response. I laid out everything. Calm, clear, organized. I handed over the folder. Dates, screenshots, photos. The judge flipped through it slowly. Her eyebrows did the same thing Danielle's did at the coffee shop. Ma'am, she said to her, you contacted him how many times after he told you to stop? Danielle stood, shaking. We were together for 18 months. You don't just throw that away. I was trying to fix things. The judge said, by showing up at his workplace, his home, contacting him from multiple numbers after he blocked you. Danielle's mouth opened, but nothing came out. That silence was the closest thing to peace she'd given me in months. The judge granted protection order. 1 year, no contact, no coming near my home or workplace. Danielle burst into tears. Her mom glared at me like I'd personally taken a sledgehammer to her daughter's life. Outside the courtroom, she snapped, "I hope you're happy." I said, "I just want to be left alone." "She loved you," she said. "She loved a version of me who never struggled." I replied, "That shut her up. It's been quiet since then. Quiet in a way I forgot life could be. Work is going great. My boss already hinted at a potential VP track, if things keep going well. I'm saving more than I ever have. My apartment is peaceful. My car still makes me grin every time I start it. And I've been talking to someone new, Sabrina, graphic designer, owns her freelance business. Didn't ask my salary. Didn't care about my car. We talked for hours about books and travel, and dumb little things like how she collects vintage postcards from antique stores. Our first date felt easy in a way I didn't realize relationships could be. Here's the truth I learned the hard way. Someone who only wants you when you're winning was never actually in your corner. They were in their own. Danielle thought she was trading up when she dumped me. Instead, she traded away her chance with someone who genuinely cared about her as a person. The protection order isn't the revenge. The revenge is that I'm doing better than ever, and she can't be part of it. I'm not a paycheck. I never was. And now I'm finally with people who actually see that. Some stories don't get closure. Mine did. And honestly, it feels damn good to close that chapter for good.